What is up, everybody? Welcome to Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. We are back at it. I do apologize for the streams that were missed, but I had no voice. Felt like I had no choice. What was I supposed to do? Welcome in, everybody. Let me make it so you can see what I see. We're not even going to finish. I'm just so anxious to get this stream going. Not even going to finish the countdown. Hope everybody is doing well. We're actually going to start off over on TradingView now. There we go. And I'll make it so you can see me. How's everybody doing out there? Man, I got this light way too bright right in my face, huh? I don't like that. Minor technical issues. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Underground Crypto, the home of that IQ raising event. Crypto IQ raising, to be very specific. I want you guys to take a look at what's going on here. We had drawn a little bit of a continuation pattern here. We had a nice double bottom. It pumped right out of that W, kind of exactly like it was supposed to do. Here is the measured move for that. Bang, bang. You could probably take it a little bit more if you wanted to from the neckline, and you almost got every bit of it. If it would have been slightly more conservative, it would have been perfect to the move there. Sorry, hitting buttons, fat fingering. And so then we got, are we breaking back in the pattern, or are we just doing the fallen wedge, right? You can mess around with this bottom trend line if you like. A lot of times, I just draw that top trend line, take your measured move. That's your, simple measured move is just this, right? I'm looking a little bit more, this is a 4-hour chart. I'm looking a little bit more like it is falling back in to the pattern, as I do not believe that the bear market is over. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Stregahart, what's up? I noticed you for sure contributing in the Discord. I appreciate that. Melissa, always with the music emojis. We always play Melissa's favorite song for her. That is a must. And how's everybody doing tonight? I don't know how the stream's going to go tonight with the fact that hopefully I can keep my voice the whole stream. And we've been off for a few days. Is that going to hurt viewership, or will people be excited to come back and see Underground Crypto? I'm not sure. We will find out in just a moment. I will be doing a giveaway of $5 in free crypto to whatever crypto you want. And the giveaways around here are going to turn up significantly. I have so much cool stuff for the stream. Working on just so much stuff, right? If you're in the Discord, then you saw a little bit of a sneak peek in there. I just posted a coffee mug with some logos that I've been working on. But it's much more than that, much more merch going on than that. All right, so because of the short week, because we missed the beginning, we're doing crypto's next utility wave, right? The idea is pretty simple. Crypto has gone through hype cycles. It's gone through speculation cycles. It has gone through meme cycles. But of course, the bigger question is, where is it actually going to become useful? So from tonight to Saturday, we're going to look at areas where crypto starts to feel like hype and, less like hype, I should say, and more like infrastructure. Tonight, we're starting with stablecoins. Stablecoins are a bigger issue than you probably realize. Stablecoins are more exciting for crypto adoption than you probably realize. And most people are like, well, stablecoins don't move, and us retail, we really focus on a price fluctuation up or down. And so how are stablecoins exciting? Exactly. And that's why you came to this channel, to raise your crypto IQ. Because stablecoins might be the clearest example of how crypto's already finding a real use case. It's not the loudest part of crypto, of course, and it's definitely not the most exciting part of crypto, but might be the most important. Tonight, we're going to be talking about why stablecoins may be crypto's money layer, as the thumbnail has introduced. So the most important technology is often the technology that people stop noticing. And to win that free $5, here's how it's going to go. I meant to write this down ahead of time. I'm going to go ahead and write down a number. And the first person who can tell me what the number is, it's 1 through 100. That's our parameter. First person to hit the exact number wins that free $5. And we'll be doing it throughout the stream. If we come to the end and nobody's hit it, we'll decide what we're going to do then. I will give away the $5 on the stream, I guess, to maybe whoever's the closest. 1 through 100. Just making sure I wrote it down on something good. I wish I could pick it up and show you guys, but I wrote it down on my glass table here. So LOL, free Terra Luna or maybe some River. Blues guy in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. We're giving away a free $5 in crypto, in your crypto of your choice, or I can just send it to you like XRP because it's free and it won't like cost you any money to do it. You won't lose any, and then you can just swap it to whatever you want. However you want to do it, you're just going to provide me with the crypto that you want. And I do recommend XRP, of course, because it costs almost nothing on every exchange. And then I'll send it to you, and then you can swap it into whatever you want to swap it into. And again, it's got to be the exact number. Stregahart's already, you know, he's already on it. It's 1 through 100. And yeah, if we get to the end, I will give it away on the stream. So if we get to the end of the stream and nobody's hit the exact number, there you go. Hey, if you guys want that $5 of free crypto, I'm gonna need to see who can hit that number. So you may not know this, but stablecoins are already one of the largest real-world use cases in crypto. I don't know who's missing that, but if you're here, you need to raise that crypto IQ. If you don't know, the stablecoins are pretty much the backbone. That's why all of the Clarity Act and everything, it starts with stablecoins, right? That's what was most important to the government. Yeah, Blues guy, he says, Flare, I see you, Blues. Yeah, oh, that was Melissa. Sorry, I want more Flare. Hey, there you go. You could get $5 in Flare. Let's run this chat up and see if somebody can get the correct number. All right, Melissa's chiming in with 77. All right, so, and I'll be watching. I'll go back through. I'll let you know if you hit it. It's 1 through 100. It's 1 through 100. What was I going to say? Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit off. I've been sick for like 3 days. Actually, I've been sick longer than that. I just have had no voice for 3 days. Oh, there's something else I wanted to go over before we started the show, and now I can't remember. All right, please forgive me. So, Visa stablecoin analytics page shows more than 272 billion in circulating stablecoin supply and more than 10.2 trillion in adjusted global stablecoin transaction volume over the last 12 months. That is a lot of money, guys. And that doesn't mean every transaction is a normal person buying coffee with crypto, okay? That's not what we're trying to say. I know everybody always comes in my streams and wants to talk about, you know, can they buy crypto with coffee with crypto? And of course they can. I don't know why they're finding that difficult to do. So a lot of stablecoin activity still happens inside DeFi, trading exchanges, on-chain markets. So we're going to have a lot of fun talking about that tonight. And I think you're going to find that stablecoins are a little bit more exciting than you may think for the crypto market and adoption. Notice that stochastic on the 4-hour is bottomed out. So who knows, you might get a bit of a bounce here. You are under the 200, you are under the 21. 21 did not hold you up here. And let's drop down into the hour. You're really just bouncing off of that hour 200. So that's a nice move. I mean, you're starting to maybe make a shoulder head, and then maybe you'll get another shoulder. Continue to the upside. Things feel relatively bullish. I don't know if I'd say that they're super bullish, but relatively bullish. Mega ETH was starting to pump. We were talking about it. Of course, right about here, I was like, dang. I knew that this area down here was bottomish, and I wanted to get in. I still need to get in to some Mega ETH. I ended up buying something else. And there you go. And nobody has guessed the number so far. 1 through 100. We're giving away $5 and some free crypto. We're going to be doing a lot more giveaways here on the stream. So whoever gets the exact number, and then I guess we'll do like a final round at the end if nobody gets it, and then whoever's closest will get it in the final round, not what you've already put. So you have an opportunity throughout the stream to nail that perfect number and get you some free crypto, and then come back tomorrow. We'll have some other kind of giveaway, right? The 1 hour on Mega ETH is looking like it's bouncing off that 200. So as long as it stays above that 200 on the 1 hour, you're looking pretty good. Same thing with BTC here. BTC is bouncing off of its 200. All right, let's kick off as we normally do. Maybe I'm a little rusty. It's been a few days. So here we are over at the crypto bubbles. Let's take a look at it. This is 1 through 100. Let's first toggle down our 1 through 1,000 kind of list here. Each 100 has an average, right? And it looks like the biggest gainer of the day is the 200 to 300 at 1.5%, and then 400 to 500, 1.4%. Oh wait, I am completely wrong. 700 to 800 is actually 4.4%. So that's really the best one of the day. So we'll touch on that one real quick, but let's take a look at 1 through 100. So we have Humanity down 17.5%, DXC down 21.5%, Beat down 23.6%. That'll never get old. I don't know if I'll ever stop making that joke. Aster 9.2%. Algorand up 4.4%. Don't see Algorand a ton, but it's popped up once or twice here, so maybe it's gonna do something. Hash up 9.8%. Athena, or yeah, this is Athena. Just want to double check that. ENA is up 10%, and that's really all there is to say here. Let's drop down another 100. Melissa 23. So far nobody has got the perfect number. One person was close though. One person was close. And I'm not going to start dropping any hints for who's the closest so that you guys can dial in quite yet, because we're early in the stream. This is 100 to 200 here. We have Tagger. It's up 22.4%. XPL or Plasma up 21.6%. ETHFi up 12.9%. Blockstreet up 8.7%. Velvet down 22.6%. And this thing was dumping when I was last looking at it. Let's look at the week here. Okay, so yeah, that was that initial dump, and it's just kind of up and down in here. It did dump pretty hard. It did bump pretty hard, but it dumped really hard. SPX, Camsta in the house. Camsta, if you didn't know, we're giving away $5 in the crypto of your choice. 1 through 100. You got to hit the exact number. We're going to be doing this a lot more often. I have a lot of cool stuff to integrate in the stream. Even though I wasn't able to do a stream because I had no voice, I was still working. I was building merch, building a game for the stream. It'll start off simple so that we can actually have some fun right away, but I'm going to build a much more in-depth one. I just have to literally build it myself. And I don't really know how to code, so we're going to be using a lot of different things to figure out how to do that. But we'll start with a very simple game. I started building it today. It just isn't ready by the time the stream was ready to go. Strega Heart says 37. There is no limit to the amount of guesses. I guess you could literally go 1 through 100 until you hit it. I'll do my best to keep an eye on it. And there you go. Underground, going to buy some steak and eggs for you. Okay. I love steak and eggs. That you know me too well. So Sky AI. So we talked about what was green. I don't know why I keep clicking something. Let's talk about what's red here. So Velvet, obviously, Cheeto, Sentient, and Sky AI. Sky AI being kind of the biggest next to Velvet there, or just barely 24% to the downside. Let's drop down to 200 to 300. Can anybody even tell a noticeable difference in my voice? I'm just curious. Anybody notice a difference in my voice, or do I sound the same? My son swears I sound the same, but to me, I sound different. And this is our welcome back stream, I guess. So if I'm a little off my game, please forgive me. What is this? Oh, it's up 150%. O1.exchange. This is cool. I am getting very excited about all the opportunity. Did anybody watch? Okay, here. This would be really interesting. If you do not have a Coinbase account, will you put a 111 in the chat? In my opinion, I feel like everybody has Coinbase. But, man, I watched a 2-hour presentation from them and all the upgrades that they have. Oof. Yeah, you sound stuffed up. You don't sound the same. You sound stuffed up. Yeah, exactly. I've been resting my voice a bunch, too, so I haven't been talking. Striker Hard said 37.7. That's hilarious. I'm not going to do that to you. There will be no points. It'll be a flat number, 1 through 100. And then, like, I'm over here, and it's, like, the real number, and I'm just joking. But let's say, like, the real number was, like, 10.7, and nobody could ever guess it. And I just keep the $5 day after day after day. And then, like, finally somebody guesses it. Everybody's mad. That would be hilarious. What's up, my underground family? I am really glad to be back with you guys. Kamsa says you sound okay to me. Hey, I'll take it. So I don't know what this is. This is very interesting. It has dot exchange, so it's got to be some kind of exchange, but it's a very weird name. So we'll keep an eye on that. That thing can pump a lot more, actually. I'm interested enough to go over to CoinGecko and check it out. Only 101 million market cap. This thing is pretty small for an exchange, right? You could always go and kind of compare them to other exchanges, right? Kind of bottom tier exchanges. Give you an idea how quick it could get to something. Melissa says 42. No, that is not it. And as the stream goes on, I'll let you know if you guys are closer. So, like, who's hot or cold when we start getting to, like, the middle of the stream, if nobody's got it by then. Magma. We were talking about Magma. Again, I've been off. I've looked at this a little bit, but I've been off for a couple of days. Not off by, like, any means, but just not doing the stream. So, it's at about 48 cents. It's up 28.5%. Tic-tac. Or this is just TAC, actually. Up 51%. Riff down 25%. Riff is an interesting project as far as like their name and everything goes. Sounds good to me. Thank you so much for being here, Strike a Heart. Bio Protocol, 13.8% to the upside. And we're going to go ahead and move along here. Like I said, let's refresh this so we get the best thing. From being sick for a couple of days, I got to pick up the pace here. We're going to be going forever. Bitcoin. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I'm interested. I wanted to look at this. 7,800 had the most gains. And I knew it must have been, I knew it was probably one project that had a ton of gains, right? And it is. It is the Syndicate. Man, look at that thing. It is up today. Today, it's up 500%. Almost 600%. That is pretty amazing. From about 0.004, yeah, it almost it topped out at 0.038, so almost 4 cents. It almost did a 10x right there, right? Or just shaved a penny off. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. It's up 571%. Strega, what night does T.I. Joe stream now? I know one of them is Friday, right? Oh, the disloyalty. Talking about another streamer on my stream. No, I'm just joking, guys. Okay, Bitcoin, $64,530. How do we feel about that, right? We looked at the chart. It got a bit of a bounce. We were dumping, double bottom, or W, whatever you want to call it. It bounced. And then it started to fall, making that big fallen wedge type price action. Where do we go from there? Is the double bottom actually a cup and now it's making a handle? Like, what's going on? And so I'm not mad about being at, given everything that's gone on with price action, 64 is better than where we were at like 58. Ethereum, 1,753. A lot of people I see all over the place talking about buy the funeral for Ethereum. Like, it dumped hard, it's low. It's now at the point where a lot of people who bought Ethereum are not up anymore on it, right? A lot of us were real comfortable at like 2,500, 2,600. Personally, I bought some Ethereum when it was about 1,900 and or a little bit lower, maybe like 1,850. And so like I'm actually underwater on Ethereum, which I have very rarely been underwater at, which actually gets me excited because I hope it goes to like 1,100 and bottoms out, and then I can buy a bunch more. Anyways, BNB, $602. XRP, $1.19. This is interesting because it's been a couple of days since I ran through these prices. Solana, $72.31, up 15%. That's looking pretty good there. Hyperliquid has bounced back pretty good to $72, up 35%. Dogecoin, still under 9 cents. I hate to see that. About 8.5 cents there. Zcash, $482, up 18%. XLM, 22 cents. Canton Network, 16 cents. Monero, $336, not even up 1% today. Cardano, 16.5 cents. Cardano having a little bit of some good price action, 4.5% in the last 7 days. And you could tell by its 7-day above my head here that it was actually up a good bit more. Gram for Toncoin. That thing has been around for a while, but I haven't looked at it a ton. I need to do that. Oh, it was previously Toncoin. Okay, they changed it. That's why it was confusing me. All right, Lab is at $13.26. I was talking about it. It dropped down to like $8, and I was like, man, if only I had enough crypto or money to buy all the cryptos that I want to buy. So I know someone down big time on ETH. His name is Tommy Lee. That's interesting. When did Tommy Lee buy the bulk of his Ethereum? I think I said Bitcoin. No, I said big time. Yeah, anyways, when does anybody know when Tommy Lee bought like the bulk of his Ethereum? Meme Core back under $3, $2.92. Sui at 76 cents. Still hasn't broke back above 80. Still on sale if you ask me. I like Sui. Avalanche, $6.77. And then we'll run down, see if we can find Flare. Here it is, number 87 by market cap. Still in the top 100, up 10%. Hanging in there. Let's go to what is trending. So what happened to the old Toncoin then? I don't know if they just changed the name. Did they rebrand? Did they actually change contract address and stuff? I don't know. That would be a good question. I will go look at that at some point if you remind me. Just running back through the numbers, see if anybody had guessed the number again. One person was pretty darn close, but not quite there. So who knows? That could be you. Snap is up 183% in the last 7 days. I don't exactly know what it is. We'll touch on that one. Sounds familiar. I feel like we've been over that. Plasma XPL, of course, we know what that is. Hyperliquid Siren. Siren just got crushed. See, and the Siren has high volatility, right? It's just one of those coins. It's just random. It doesn't really seem like it does anything exciting. They're just trying to, like, you know, I don't know, be a coin based off of AI and AI agents, and the fact that I guess a lot of people don't know what the heck that even means. And you go to their website, for me, and none of them ever work. Click on everything, none of it works. But the coin goes way up and way down and way up and way down. Why this coin is chosen, that's the part that makes you go, That's the part that makes you go be like, okay, there's a lot of coins that could get a lot of volatility. Why would Siren be one of them, right? Why wouldn't we pick something that at least looks a lot more legitimate? Probably because somebody owns a lot of it, right? Or created it or something like that, or pump and dump group came in and they just had the right tokenomics and volume and things and they bought it all up. I don't know. But it's down 93.5% and it goes up and down with a lot of volatility, and then all of a sudden you're expecting it to go up and down with a lot of volatility and it doesn't. I don't know what happens. And a different pump group comes in and buys it. I don't know. All I know is that, one day the big pump volatility and then the sell-off and then it's dead and it never pumps again is how a lot of coins work. I'm not talking about Siren specifically, but I'm not a fan. Bitcoin, BitTensor, this is what's trending. Uniswap, Pi Network, Near Protocol, Athena, Aerodrome, Lighter, SPX 6900, Akash Network, and Collector Cards again in the mix here. Collector Cards is like for people who collect comics and cards and stuff. They make an NFT version of it. You send it to them, they make an NFT version, and you can trade it all around and stuff. And I don't know how hard it is to then get it out. I always think about with those what happens when they go bankrupt. Who gets the actual assets, right? Who gets to keep them? I don't know. So let's talk about Snap real quick. All right, we got a couple more attempts. All right, so Snap, or ticker SYN, it is up in the last 24 hours, 100 and what was it? Oh, no, it's only up 57%. Yeah, it's up 174% in the last 7 days. But let's see how old this coin actually is. We go to the max chart here, and it says, survey says, August 29, 2021 is when this coin came out. But what is it? 17.3 million in market cap, 250 million max supply. I like those tokenomics. If you don't know your tokenomics, I don't know, ask about it in the chat and I'll do my best to catch you up. Circulating supply, 219 million. Ethereum contract address, a lot of different contract addresses here, so it's very interoperable. Don't let those big words scare you. That just means that it works together with a bunch of other stuff, with other blockchains. Bridge Governance Token. And it's owned by Alameda Research Portfolio. Ooh, it's got intent. Okay. With only 17 million. Just to touch on intent, of course, a coin that I really like the idea of. I don't know that the coin is going to be the one to do it, but Anoma, I definitely have been keeping an eye on because they've actually been releasing some stuff, but they're in the intent. I just want to see where Synap range. It's right under it. So Anoma's at 26 million, Synap's at about 17.3 million, and Cow is Flip D Bridge. Cow Protocol is now at 92.8. Cow Protocol, as best as I know, is a product of like Kenosis. It created it. Kenosis has amazing tokenomics. Look at Cow. Let's look at their tokenomics here. A billion, about 57% of it's out. All right, that was not planned. We will go back here. And then let's go take a look at that Fear and Greed Index. It is at 15. And because I've been away for a couple of days, let's see what it was yesterday. And maybe a week ago, even though I would have been streaming a week ago. Yesterday it was at 22. So it popped up quite a bit and came back. Yeah, it looks like we had a high at 23 and then 22 yesterday. Nice. So it kind of got a little pop here. That was probably when Bitcoin was pumping. Makes a lot of sense. Let's go to trending coins over on Crypto Rank, one of my favorite places to look at stuff, because it gives us a lot of new coins that you just don't get on like CoinMarketCap, even CoinGecko, which I love CoinGecko, but they don't really give me the same thing here. Before we do that, though, I want to tell you guys a little bit of story about the topic tonight, introduce it, kind of juice it up a little bit, make sure you guys are going to be able to understand what we're talking about tonight. For most people, money, it's already digital, right? They get paid digitally, they swipe cards, they use apps, they send payments from their phone, and they check their balance on a screen. And this is why I don't really understand why more people have so much trouble conceptualizing cryptocurrency, because their money has been digital and digitally on their screen, on their computer, in their bank account when they checked it for the last 20 something years, 30 years. So I don't know why anybody would be afraid of stablecoins, but they're out there. They are out there. So when people hear about stablecoins, it can sound boring at first, right? A digital dollar, big deal. Isn't money already digital is probably what they're saying to themselves, but that misses the bigger point. Melissa coming in with 78. Nobody's hit it yet. So most of the money we use digitally still moves through old systems. The SWIFT system, right? We have a name for it. Banking hours, settlement delays, payment processors, international fees, middlemen, closed networks, regional restrictions, all the things that we hate about the old monetary system. Oh, Stregerhart coming with the 95. Regional restrictions, and no, it's not 95. Regional restrictions, and behind the scenes, moving money is often slower than, more complicated than it looks from the outside. So the problem is not that people need more exciting dollars. The problem is the rails underneath the money is still fragmented. And that is the shift. And this is what the whole point of what we're talking about. XLM, Stronghold, XRP, like wherever those people are, they seem to kind of group together, those people, right? They can kind of argue a little more XLM or a little bit more XRP. But the idea and why people are so bullish on it, not the crazy stuff they say about it, okay? And I'm not going to define what is crazy and what's not crazy, but what I'm really trying to say is that there's some legitimacy to how much we need, and there's so much room for innovation on a global, moving money around globally, right? Payment processes across borders. So there's a reason why it could be huge. And is it going to be XRP? Is it going to be XLM? Is there a private ledger? All of these things I was actually considering doing a series on, probably It would be XRP, it'd be XLM. I know a lot of people talk about Stronghold. I don't really know how that fits into the XRP XLM like cross-border payments. I don't know if it has to do with that, but I want to do a series on like separating fact from fiction. XRP, probably 2 days of XRP and a day of XLM. I don't know if people would like that. It's not for me to like try to like tell you XRP is going to be, you know, the one to run all the money in the world or anything, but I want to dig into some of the narratives and separate what we do know as fact and what we don't know as fact, because so much stuff is said. I honestly think it would be an amazing stream. We'll see. I might just do it so that I can learn. So the shift here is that stable coins take something people already understand, the dollar, puts them on crypto rails. That is the shift because it kind of allows people who don't understand crypto, right? And crypto rails is another word, I guess, for crypto infrastructure, blockchain technology. And so take something they do understand, like the US dollar, and then put it on the crypto rails, and we might get them to understand what is so innovative and amazing about crypto that most people just don't get. Instead of thinking about volatility token, right, going up and down, stablecoins are designed to not do that. That's the whole point, pegged to something like the US dollar. That makes them easier to understand. One digital dollar moving on chain, available inside a wallet or an exchange, apps or dApps, DeFi protocols, and payment systems. This is why stablecoins matter. They're not just another crypto asset. Smash that like button if you're just rolling in. They may be the bridge between traditional money and on-chain finance. People do not need to understand every blockchain detail to understand the basic value. Can money move faster? Can it move globally? Can it move outside normal banking hours? Can it plug into apps and smart contracts? Can it be programmable? That is where stablecoins become interesting, and it's also where a lot of the argument is about things when it comes to like CBDCs and stuff like that. The programmable side of the money. But I mean, crypto's a different avenue, but money is somewhat already programmable, right? Like they can take it in and out of your bank account digitally. It's somewhat programmable. It's just within a closed loop of the bank that you're. This is like a much more global thing, not localized to whatever institution you're using your money off of. So the payoff here is that stablecoins may be one of the first crypto products that become useful without needing to feel like crypto, and a user may not care what chain the stablecoin moves on at all. A business may not care about which technical infrastructure you're using, right? And an app may not advertise blockchain payment on the front page, but underneath, stablecoins could be moving value, and that is why tonight matters. If crypto is going to have the next utility wave, stablecoins are probably going to be a part of it. And this really connects well with our series from last week about the invisible upgrade, crypto upgrade, or the invisible upgrade that crypto needs and is getting, right? And how, intent layer plays a lot in that. That's why I was showing Anoma and checking on that stuff. All right. Looks like Stregahart and Melissa are the only ones going after this free $5. So they can, yep. The big question is not just what is a stablecoin. The bigger question is what happens when the US dollar becomes internet native, right? When they kind of only want the US dollar on the internet. That would be very interesting. Be very much easier for everybody to deal with online, and a lot more secure for the people receiving it. Now, the part about stablecoins that a lot of people, I guess, don't like, and I think about often, is that the people who issue the stablecoins and move it around on their network that the stablecoin lives on, like USDC or USDT, they're earning tons of money in fees, right? But you can't really get exposure to that except for some very, specific ways. It's not like you can buy USDC and then as they make money, you get some of it, right? You'd have to buy something like, I don't know, maybe whatever company like Circle, because that is USDC, on the stock exchange or something like that to get exposure to that as they grow and have earnings. And I don't even know if that counts. Camsta says 55, 36, 76, and 86. All right. None of those are the number. A few people gotten pretty close so far, but not exact. So 01.exchange, that's something I really wanted to look at. We'll probably start there. Striker Heart says 12. All right, 01.exchange is a decentralized trading platform that integrates MEV protection, AI-driven automation, and self-custodial wallets. I like that. I like how they went with like 01.exchange. It's so different from all the other exchanges. All right, 101 million or 102, sorry, million in market cap. Been as high as 115. All right, people still chipping away at it. Somebody's gonna get it eventually, I can tell. And let's go look at their website here. See how we judge it, right? Because when it comes to exchanges, I don't know, if you're gonna be a new exchange, I guess you kind of gotta be better than everybody else. Backed by Alliance, Coinbase Ventures. 99, Camsta A. He's going for it. And 3. That is such a wide spread. All right, nobody's hit it yet. That free $5 in crypto will be given away on this stream to whoever gets the exact number. Maybe we'll have a runoff at the end where we just go whoever is closest. But we'll see. So I think somebody's going to hit the exact number here and win that $5. Crypto, we're going to be doing a lot more giveaways on the stream. For anybody who's just rolling in, smash that like button. We are looking at new coins here. So this is 01.exchange, right? They have a token. And I really judge them off of usability. I would really rather not have to link a wallet. We'll link Soulflare. Why not? Because I already have it up. And these are all burner wallets, so it doesn't really matter anyways. There we go. All right, we don't want to look at everything. Wants to send me. No, I don't want to do none of that. Oh, wow. Camsta is going for it. All right. Run that chat up. Love it. Nobody's hit it yet. A few people have gotten very close, like within a number close. Not that I think that really helps. Yo, what is going on my computer right now? Like, it won't let me click off of all this stuff. There we go. Okay, go away. I don't want to look at all this. Thank you. I want to identify it myself, right? It says go for it, guys. Yeah. Whoever hits it's going to get it. Like, I'm going to give it away when somebody hits it. I'm just rolling back through a little bit here, and I don't see anybody who has gotten it yet. Very, very close. Like, again, 2-3 people have gotten within one number of it. So, Boomer, Syndicate, Arrow, Virtuals, like this is what is trending over here. Of course, VVV, Venice Token. I've learned a little bit more about Venice Token too, by the way, and why it is as popular as it is. That it's good to know. All right, Melissa says 75 and 84. Those are also not the number. So let's take a look at this 01 and let's see if we think it's all that great. You have 01 Alpha, right? Then you have Banker launches. Banker Coin is definitely getting some serious recognition within the AI agents. You know what they offer. Banker Coin looks really good. Struggle Heart says 63. That's also not it. Very surprised at how long it's taken to hit this number. Let's see. I'm surprised Camsta didn't get it with just one after another there. So you have that going on. That's the market. Let's go to Pulse. Is this Pulse chain stuff? Or is this like Pulse new coins? This is like a launch pad. It just looks like it's a launch pad. I don't even see Pulse chain really represented here. All right. Nobody's hit it yet. So these are new coins created. They have a tracker. I don't know if it's just my computer. It does seem like it's running a little slow. I guess because I haven't added anything here. So if it's an exchange, I got to really keep an eye on that chat. make sure nobody hits it and I miss it. Then where is like the trading? We got a wallet, a portfolio, rewards, airdrop, prediction market, perps. Okay, there's perps. I knew perps had to be there. I'm surprised it's not like the first thing you see. What kind of leverage are they offering here for BTC? Usually BTC, Ethereum, maybe Solana are going to have the highest leverage. So I just look at whatever the leverage is for BTC, and then that's pretty much the highest leverage you're going to get. And it's 40x. And I don't see anything else even close to that. A lot of this very conservative, 5x, 10x. Sounds highly responsible. All right, Stregaheart still trying to get it. All right, so this is a 0-1 exchange. I just wanted to give it a fair shake and really look at it. It has a lot of stuff, a lot of things integrated. Seems very current and relevant. You can switch between things like Hyperliquid and stuff like that. I will say that I didn't see anything revolutionary on there, and I didn't see like the user UX, if you will, or dashboard, like what you're looking at and how you use it, being any kind of monumentally different from any other exchange, right? So let's keep moving along here. I have a lot of stuff open on this computer for things I've been working on. That might be why it's a little slow. So then we have TAC, which has been around 0.9 of a year. Again, for anybody who may be new, 1 through 100, if you hit the number exactly, you win $5 in some free crypto sent in the crypto of your choice to the wallet you provide. TAC, what is TAC here? TAC is an EVM network extension for Ton. Okay, so this is a Toncoin ecosystem type coin. And Campsta is the winner. Campsta got it. It was 54. He's going to keep going. There's a little bit of a delay with the stream. It's about 30 seconds, I think, or 20 seconds. Congratulations, Campsta. You won the $5 of free crypto. You're just going to need to message me wherever, probably on Discord, right? Send me a private message on Discord. Hit me with that, what crypto you want and the wallet address. And make sure your wallet address is correct because it's a one-time send, right? If you give me the wrong address and I send $5 and it goes to who knows where because it was the wrong address, I still lose $5. All right, so make sure that you give me the right address because I won't send it twice. You'll have to win it again. He says, I don't have a wallet though. Campsta, you don't have any wallet. You have no wallet. Stregaheart says 54. There you go. Yo, Stregaheart at the very beginning of the stream, I'm going to go all the way to the back of the front of the chat. He started with 57. And I was like, oh, I thought maybe he was going to go on a rampage there. Melissa said 52. Just going back through for who was close. Campsta at one point said 55, so he was one tick off. Then he went like, 40 to 49 and stopped. And yeah. Stregaheart did say 58. He was relatively close. Can I send it to your KSEX? Yeah, you should have like, basically Campsta, when you're in that exchange, Stregaheart says, I have a wallet. Hey, buddy, you didn't win. I would be glad to give it to you if you won, though. There will be more giveaways. Keep coming to the stream. So, you go to, like, I want to deposit. Go into your wallet, hit deposit. Whatever coin you want, it'll give you a contract address. I can send it there. And who knows? We'll do more giveaways for actual crypto and money here very soon. We'll also have some other giveaways for some other things. Can't wait to maybe get a coffee mug in, one of the new coffee mugs, and do a giveaway for that. Anyways, TAC, it's in the Ton ecosystem. I know I'm moving a little bit slow tonight. It is good to be back with you guys. This is kind of my get back into the water, but it's cold stream here. Mantra, you should know what Mantra is. But this is, see, here's what's weird about Mantra now is we have, did they go back? We have Mantra with the ticker Mantra, and then you have Mantra with the ticker Ohm, right? Ohm has rebranded to Mantra. But the like old ticker still trends, and it just, I don't know. Do they not get it? Is somebody trying to pump it like independently? Is there like some kind of trick to where like everybody moves to the new coin and the old coin is still there and has some very low liquidity and stuff so they can hype it? I don't know what the deal is here. But this is the old one, not the new one, not the current one. And Campsta, I can walk you through it. You know, feel free to just hit me a direct message in Discord and I'll walk you through all that. No, I believe they kept both coins for some reason. Okay, Mantra is not a project I really did anything with. Like, I didn't use it personally or anything. So, Earn operating system. Still in the funding round, no token yet, right? Does have Coinbase as a backer here. Like I said today, I watched a 2-hour like presentation by Coinbase, pretty recent. You'll find it on X if you look for it. And I'm thinking there's no way that you know, Coinbase doesn't kind of win this Web3 everything app. I just don't see how they win. I know that a lot of people talk about Twitter being kind of an everything app. There's, as far as like payments and crypto and stuff inside X and stuff, they could do it, but they're so far behind Coinbase and all of that stuff, like really far behind. So there you go. That was earning operating system. We have Trace Finance. Says, what's Coinbase Ventures? So that would be the Capital Ventures, VC, venture capital. It's just take money and put it on an adventure, right? And it's the VC arm of Coinbase, where Coinbase actually will invest in projects. As you know, they get ownership for investing, right? They get something. They get coins, they get ownership, shares, whatever it is, no matter what industry you're in. Yeah, Coinbase investing, exactly. Coinbase is rolling out a lot of stuff. You can see what they are finding. Yeah, and what they're interested in. Again, they're rolling out a lot of stuff. I'm going to be doing some content around it, and it's, you know, of course, in my content, I'm going to drop my affiliate link for Coinbase, which is a normal affiliate link that anybody could get. It's not special. But that's not why I'm doing it. It's just if I'm making all the content, I might as well do it. They really are rolling out a lot of stuff that is pretty big. It's kind of what we always wanted for finance around the world and evolving finance. You got to remember that Coinbase is very much focused on the evolution of the financial world globally, like for everybody. At least that's what they say, and that's what they do, right? But they are funding. Yeah, exactly. It is something good to look at. That's why I do pay attention. Here's another one, Trace Finance. There you go. You'll see it says Coinbase Ventures. Why are they first? Well, if you click right here where it says plus 17, because they're not the only people who put money in, you will see tier 1 is Coinbase. Circle. So this is Circle, USDC, Circle Group, their ventures. So Coinbase and Circle have their eye on this. And then, of course, here's an angel, you know, investor in a name you probably know. It's somewhat popular. And they're tier 1. And then, of course, you have tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. And you can see not just who wants to invest, but you can also see, like, you know, what they're rated as a venture capitalist. Now, you'll see Chainlink Corporation is in there, too. BlockFi, Chainlink, some interesting stuff. It definitely just gives you a little bit more insight. Said I use crypto rank to see what they're investing in. Yep. Not trying to win, trying to have fun. I don't know where that came from, but I hope you're trying to win that free giveaway when we get there. There'll be another one probably tomorrow. Anyways, Trace Finance is a stablecoin payments infrastructure platform for Brazil and Latin America. So maybe this is how like Coinbase gets some more exposure in Latin America. Very interesting. Bitcoin Cash, Flutterwave. You can see I'm very much more focused on projects we don't know what they are. Flutterwave is an African payment infrastructure processing, cross-border and local payments for businesses and financial institutions. If you know anything about Africa's economy across the multiple countries in Africa, payment and finance infrastructure banking is crazy. It's the most people on a continent who are unbanked is in Africa, as far as I know, unless it's changed recently, which I highly doubt. And I hate to say it, I can feel my voice going. So total raised here, $475 million. And let's see what their website looks like. Endless possibilities for all. Of course, it is very focused. A lot of your Cardano people were very hyped on banking the unbanked and the missions they had in Africa. I believe not Coinbase. I'm very sure that Cardano had, infrastructure set up with like Ethiopia and stuff like that. Don't really know what ever became of it. You just don't hear about it anymore. It was a big narrative for a while, and then now you don't hear it. Anyways, it's like a commerce tool for Africa. They could use it. I don't know how that fits. I don't know what the competition is there, right? So let's see. Intercheck. I got to move through these kind of quickly, or we won't be able to do a lot of stuff because I am definitely losing my voice. Intercheck is a digital payment platform for remittances, digital banking, and brokerage platforms and crypto wallets. So kind of the same idea here. You notice that you get a lot of the same things around the same times. Very interesting. Let's see. Nobody we really know here as far as funders. They've raised $50 million though. The Alea AI is up 100% here. It's been around for 1.1 years, so it's not new. Composable Web3 data sampling and auto labeling AI infrastructure powered by distributed communities. Thought I said commodities. 38 million, 51 million in all-time market cap, so not that far away. It was probably like up here. Just really want to put these things on your radar. I couldn't stand to not stream for another day. If it was a perfect world and I wasn't worried about everybody disappearing on me if I was off for a week and what it does to my YouTube channel, then I would definitely have taken another day here, as my voice is giving out. Eldorado has raised 12 million. That is, Eldorado is the city of gold. Eldorado is a peer-to-peer payment system in Latin America. You can see why they picked the name. A lot of people in the past have spent a lot of time looking for that city of gold. I don't know if anybody ever found it. I don't think so. So Flip Labs. Flip Labs with the penguin. We know penguins have done well, like dogs and cats inside the meme world. 1.4 million raised, so not a lot. Flip Labs is an AI-powered personal finance assistant operating inside iMessage. The platform automates personal finance management by tracking spending, paying. It's actually, it's really funny how all the crypto YouTubers and financial YouTubers, they'll say, I'm not a financial advisor, or this is not financial advice. Coinbase is now going to have basically what is AI, but also a registered financial advisor that will specifically know your account with Coinbase, and it'll be 24/7, obviously. And so basically you could get actual financial advice that is considered from a financial advisor, even though it's AI. So you do with that what you will. And that'll be integrated. I don't know if it's 100% done being integrated, but it's one of the things they're rolling out. They're really rolling out a lot of stuff. They had enough to pack a 2-hour, 2-hour, what do you want to call it, TED Talk kind of thing, without being really repetitive on what they were talking about and what they were rolling out. So I thought that was pretty cool. Top losers, top gainers of the day. They love running when the bag is flat. That's what Strega Hart says. They love running when the bag is flat. So our top winners of the day. TAC is up 45%. Is the Ton ecosystem going to get a boost? I don't know. Now we see that Ton is being rebranded to Gram. We're going to check that out. Tagger up 22%. XPL or Plasma, right? Up 18%. Let's see what the top loser of the day is DXE, Sky AI, and Velvet. Humanity been losing quite a bit ever since they had, I think it was an exploit or a hack. Same thing. Sorry, that voice is getting rough. All right. Let's go look at that real quick. What was it, Gram? Previously Toncoin. Hopefully I muted that mic in time. Saved all you guys' ears. Doing my best over here. So Gram, which was previously Toncoin, number 24 by market cap, 4.4 billion. $1.67, but that's not really what we're looking for. Okay, so Ton rebranded to Gram. I'm never a fan of rebrands. Everybody knows Toncoin. What is the point of going to Gram? Now there could be a good point. Sometimes sometimes the rebrands are done very tastefully because there's a real reason for it. There's a bigger idea. They need to do it, and so they roll it out, and it feels like an evolution of the project or of, the coin. Other times people rebrand and it feels like they're grabbing at straws, and it feels like they're trying to save themselves from the doom of going under the relevance, right? But see, these hackers are becoming common. It pumps so someone takes or rugs. I didn't hear it. Okay, good. Let's try to keep that going. I got a mute button for a week. My mute button for my mic just wasn't working, so I'm glad that it's working again. Anyways, let's see what we can find here. The community vote on the proposal to rename. Okay, so this starts with maybe a DAO, and the DAO is voted to rename, right? The native token of the open network from Toncoin to Gram, changing its ticker from Ton to Gram, has concluded, and the proposal was accepted. So this was a community thing, right? A DAO proposal. Token name is changed, obviously. The logo's changed. Here, let's see what their new logo is going to look like. This is the new logo. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so the blockchain network name itself is going to remain unchanged. It's 1-to-1. 10 ton equals 10 gram. I don't know why they didn't just say 1-to-1. I don't know why they did 10 to 10. Well, what if you have 9? It's probably still 9. Deposit, withdrawal, everything's unchanged. Smart contract unchanged. Fees unchanged. Staking. Okay, everything is unchanged. So basically, nothing is really changed. Just the name and branding. So the logo, the name, that kind of thing. All right. We don't care to see what the voting was, right? Again, for the sake of my voice, I want to see if there's any news elements that we should look at. Melissa says why I like Ton name. Yeah, I thought Toncoin was great. I thought it made a lot of sense. I shaved my nose hairs today, or a couple that were hanging out, and now my nose is just so irritated. But I don't know if that's too much information, but welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show, where we're family, right? Anyways, I'm going to look through these, but I'm not going to read every single one of them because I can tell my voice is going, and I care more about raising your crypto IQ than whatever is going on. Of course, yep, Bitcoin's still hesitant even after the Iran, relief rally. Apparently, we have a deal. I don't know if is it finalized. I quit paying any attention to it. The SEC may allow tokenized stock trading in the U.S. This was another really big thing that Coinbase was rolling out, was that they have real tokenized assets, where a lot of people do not have real tokenized assets. They have some kind of funky version of it. I think they built the rails for what a lot of stuff is going to be on. Like the tokenized assets that they're going to have on, Coinbase, like you'll get the dividends from the stock. Like say you have a tokenized stock, like it's legitimately yours and you legitimately own the stock, so much so that you'll actually get the dividends for the stock. I thought that was pretty cool because that's something that a lot of people don't think about, right? Like if you start like a tokenized stock that's just a representation of the stock and people buy it, and when the price changes they can buy and sell, like they can make some money off of being a part of the tokenized stock, but they don't get the dividend from it. So there you go. Coinbase is pushing hard to become the everything exchange. Wow, that's literally what I was talking about. But I'm not surprised that this comes up as a major story, right? They announced a ton of stuff. I'm actually not going to read it because I'm probably going to be doing some content about it here. Coinbase tokenized stocks are a direct challenge to other tokenized equity products. It's almost like I read this in advance, but I didn't. Coinbase is also leaning into AI payment. There's so much. Coinbase is crushing it. And we're going to be talking about it a little more in some, members only, some videos. They're crushing it. I don't even know who could compete with Coinbase. And I've never been a Coinbase maxi necessarily. I've never been somebody who was super overly bullish. Otherwise, I'd own some of their stock. But they really are crushing it and doing what they said they were going to do, where nobody else with the big money and the big name is doing any of that. Fidelity joins that stablecoin reserve race. Everybody wants a piece of that. Illinois passed a new crypto transaction and custody tax. So it says approved state budget that includes a new 0.02 tax on digital asset business activity. What a bunch of douchebags. Crypto groups are pushing back hard. Yeah, I would be. Screw you, Illinois. Kentucky sues Kalshi and Poly markets. Saw that coming. I mean, those prediction markets are out of control. So would I have to sell my ton and buy gram afterwards? I don't know. I haven't seen that information yet. I didn't see any of that. To me, it looks like they're just going to change it. They're just going to change the name, and it should change everything automatically. Shouldn't have to do anything. I guess it depends on where you hold it. If you hold it in a centralized exchange, it's going to change by itself. You won't have to worry about it. If you hold it in a decentralized exchange, ledger, or something like that, then you're going to have to find a little more information on it. Everything exchanges do, they sell snacks and drinks too. Everything exchanges do, they sell snacks and drinks too. Probably. I would not doubt that they're going to sell you snacks and drinks at some point, because Coinbase has everything. Moody's is putting credit card ratings on Solana. Okay. I wish I had the voice to read all of this, and I don't. FIFA is using Avalanche for the World Cup ticketing infrastructure. That's really cool. I hope it does something for Avalanche. Avalanche never seems to get any traction. Nobody ever seems to care about Avalanche. Poor Avalanche. They might have did it to themselves a little bit by saying that they were going to become the gaming blockchain, and then proceeding to not have any games or much of anything over on Avalanche. What is the predominant Avalanche project? We could definitely go look. Avalanche ecosystem. Avalanche ecosystem. Take a look. See how easy it is. I just go to type in Avalanche and I change it in the search on CoinGecko. Then I change it to category and boom. Gives me the whole ecosystem. So, of course, you get through the nonsense, the stable coins, the wrapped assets, and where's the first real project? We see Pepe. Okay, that's just a version, right? Some treasury. We got Ghost. Kite AI, maybe. Definitely not Avalanche native. I should have been more specific. I really meant something like Avalanche like native. I don't see that as a category. I highly doubt that's a category. Yeah. Data availability. Yeah, there you go. So, what is native to Avalanche? And even if it's interoperable, working with other chains, what started on Avalanche and then went elsewhere? I'm seeing nothing. Beam, maybe Beam. I think Beam might be Avalanche native. Avalanche L1. So I think Beam is actually built on Avalanche. No, yeah, it's an ERC20 token. So I don't know actually. It might actually be built on Ethereum. And then interoperable with Avalanche and found maybe a lot of use cases on Avalanche because Beam is supposed to have a lot to do with gaming, although I haven't really seen it yet. All right, let's get into these talking points before I don't have a voice left. Stablecoins are the simplest money product. Now, if you're still here at this part of the stream, pat yourself on the back, especially with me losing my voice. Camsta, he did win the free $5 in crypto. Hopefully he can figure out how to claim it. And I will get it to you. Just direct message me somewhere. Probably Discord because we're already chatted there, so nobody can fake you, right? So stablecoins are crypto's simplest money product. And what I wanted to say before we get into it, like I was saying, if you're still here, pat yourself on the back because this is the biggest value to you as a person in crypto are these IQ raising events. I don't know if you guys realize that. I don't think you guys realize how much nobody is focusing on teaching a lot of this stuff. And if they are, they're like making a video and hitting you with like a couple bulletins. And that doesn't really leave you with like a deep knowledge at all. It is going to take repetition. We've talked about stablecoins in several different lenses before. And we're going to keep readdressing things because repetition is the father of learning. Hopefully I have enough voice to kind of roll through this. Stablecoins are crypto's simplest money product. A stablecoin is a crypto token designed to keep a stable value. Very simple, right? It's in the name. Usually being tied to another asset, usually the US dollar, but there's stablecoins. I mean, in that Coinbase presentation, they were talking about how they have a Mexican peso stablecoin. It's going to be everywhere. So that makes stablecoins different from any other thing, right? They're different from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and any other altcoin. These assets move up and down based on market demand, right? Because they're a volatile asset. Stablecoins are supposed to stay stable. They do most 99% of the time. Luna Classic, not so much. Then again, Luna Classic was tied to a basket of assets and things and not like direct collateral, right? As far as my understanding goes. I don't know if the Blues Guys is still here. He might know a little bit more about that. Blues Guy, you still here? Hey, there you go. Strike a Heart says, big cup of water. It says refreshing. So that matters because people do not want every payment or balance to swing wildly in value, right? If someone sends $100, they usually want the other person to receive something close to $100, if not exactly $100. And this is where you lose me with some stablecoins, to be honest with you, because if you send $100 in like USDT or USDC, you're going to pay at least $1. Probably a little more for $100. XRP, it'll be free. If not, like a penny. Anyways, stablecoins are crypto's easier to use money they reduce price volatility. That is the takeaway there. Stablecoin are not just for trading anymore. For years, many people thought stablecoins mainly as a trading tool. Traders use them to move in and out of crypto positions without going back to a bank every single time, right? That was important because the use case is bigger now. Stablecoins can also support payments, remittance, big word, a lot of people don't know what the heck it means, app balances, DeFi lending, business settlements, creator payouts, gaming economies, tokenized asset markets. Visa public dashboard says that stablecoins have seen more than 10 trillion in adjusted transaction volume over the last 12 months, which shows how large this money movement layer really is. Yeah, $10 trillion being moved around. Now, you probably have some repetitive money there. Like I send you $100, you send me back the $100 because you borrowed it, and then I send it to somebody else, and they send it to 8 other people. And that makes a lot more money than the fact that it's just $100, really. I believe in a lot of markets that's considered wash trading. Although when you're doing stable coins and stuff, you're not trying to wash trade, but they count all of that as volume. And I don't know if it really reflects $10 trillion worth of value. Anyways, the takeaway here is stablecoins started as crypto market infrastructure, but they are becoming broader payments and settlement infrastructure. I know, guys, it's a little rough trying to get through it, but I can feel my voice slipping. Stablecoin versus normal crypto, right? Main purpose, Bitcoin, altcoins, investment, network asset, speculation, stable digital value. A lot of this is going to be repetitive or just very obvious, right? Price behavior can go up and down. It doesn't in stable coins, right? So we're going to skip over that. The real value is not the coin at all. It's the rail. And this is something I wanted to point out because stablecoins actually do us a little bit of a favor here, and they point more directly to the value of the network or the blockchain technology more than the asset. Like, would you say that Ethereum as a project or a coin points people more to the value of the network on Ethereum or more to the price action on Ethereum? You type in the ticker, you get the price action and a chart, not a detailed explanation of the technology, right? Or the ecosystem. So this is where people often miss the point. The exciting part is not just that stablecoin is worth $1. The exciting part is that the dollar can move on the crypto rails in native blockchain technology. This means it can go global very quickly, around the clock, 24/7, if you will, between apps, DeFi, cross wallets, and through smart contracts. Very, very versatile. Visa's stablecoin analytics note that stablecoins are designed to operate 24/7, 365 days a year. And its weekday/weekend data shows substantial weekend transaction volumes because a lot of stuff probably doesn't move in the traditional finance. I used to use stable coins for parking profits, but I am skeptical because of the Terra Luna incident. Makes perfect sense to be skeptical, and there's a lot of stable coins out there, so I would be skeptical of a lot of stable coins. The two stable coins that I wouldn't even bat an eye at, USDT first, number one. They've proven time and time again with audits that they have more than enough money, way more than enough money to back up what they're putting out there. And USD Circle is a huge conglomerate tied in with all the big financials. They got the money, and if not, they'll fake it and you'll still be able to cash out. It won't matter. Now you get into some weird little stable coins like USD, EO57, whatever. There's so many of them, it's ridiculous. They don't usually have numbers in them. I added that. There are so many of them. I am definitely skeptical of some of those random stable coins. If you held a large amount of money in them, I'd be skeptical. But USDT, USDC, and I'm sure there's one or two other that are worth mentioning, but those I wouldn't worry about at all. Remember, Terra Luna Classic was tied to a basket of assets and things like that. It wasn't like this one-to-one collateral that most stable coins are built around. That matters because traditional finance still has many systems built around business hours, settlement windows, and closed rails. Takeaway here is stablecoins are not just digital dollar, they are dollars that can move like internet native assets. Stablecoins connect crypto to everyday use cases. Coinbase is sneaky with Tether, lots of extra fees to swap. This is just a theory. I think that Coinbase is in pretty tight with USDC, and they want to push people towards USDC. So it's like if USDC is cheap and USDT has a bunch of extra fees associated with it, maybe they're legitimate. Don't get me wrong. It might be a natural thing because USDT does definitely charge a lot of fees. That's how they've made all their money. That's how you make money with a stable coin, guys. It's the fees. That they might just have kind of shifted themselves out, or they might be trying to push people into USDC. A lot of people have speculated for years now that USDT is going to be for the rest of the world, and USDC is going to be for the Western world, right? Which does include Europe, and Europe is already basically delisted USDT everywhere in a lot of parts of Europe. Okay, so you already see that kind of prophecy coming true with the stable coins. Yeah, I noticed that from Coinbase. That's interesting. I just use XRP for everything because it's free. Once I have a vehicle to move my money and it costs me nothing, I don't really look around for a bunch of other stuff. Now, sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes I need to specifically get something somewhere. Like we bought some StarkNet on Coinbase and sent it on the StarkNet native asset or blockchain. Sorry, my brain's not working. Just like my voice. And we sent. So sometimes I do send other things, but if I'm just like, I want to throw $100 in my trading account or something, XRP all day. And that doesn't mean that I'm an XRP maxi. It just means it works and it's free and I'm going to use it. I don't know what XLM charges. So stablecoins connect crypto to everyday use cases. Stablecoins are powerful because they're easier to explain than most of the crypto categories, right? You don't have to start with complex tokenomics. You don't have to start with a simple question. What if digital money can move faster and plug into things much easier, just be a lot easier to work with? Then that opens the door to practical use cases. Creators get paid faster. Businesses could settle internationally. DeFi users could borrow or lend without holding a volatile asset. A game could have dollar-based economies, and app could hold balances without rebuilding banking rails from scratch. The takeaway here is stablecoins matter because they make cryptos useful in places volatility normally gets in the way, right? It's the fact that they're stable and they have the infrastructure to move around the world that makes them so good. So the traditional digital flow of money, right? Bank goes to a processor, settlement networks, business hours are in the way there. That equals delays. Then you have the receiver. And this is a headache if you've ever tried to move money around to somebody who wasn't like near you on the globe. Stablecoin flow is easy. Wallet app, blockchain, rails, receiver gets it. You send it from your wallet, it goes across the rails, becomes finalized on the network, doesn't take a lot of time, and it goes to the receiver app protocol. Now, we could be a lot more specific. You know, it goes, the wallet creates a proposal, the proposal sends to a mempool. You could go through a lot, but this is for all intent purposes how quick and fast and easy it is. Institutions are paying attention because payments are a massive market. The money, the fees. I am losing my voice more and more, so I'm going to try to read a little bit less because I want to get through some of this and raise your crypto IQ no matter what. I do it for you. USDC earns an APY automatically, I noticed. Yeah. And that's pretty much what tells me that Coinbase is glad to do business with USDC and they're well tied in. Regulation could make stablecoins bigger, but also has more controlled, right? So stablecoins need trust. If a token says it's worth $1, users basically need confidence that it's actually redeemable, right? And that the proper reserves are there, just like the real dollar. Just like the real dollar. Every day you get up, you have a dollar in your pocket, digital or not, and you spend it, and you're hoping that it actually has the value of a dollar. Really interesting aspect to think of, right, is like inflation or any kind of inflation, right? Inflation, deflation, whatever. This is the part I think a lot of people have a lot of trouble wrapping their mind around. You have a dollar bill, right? And your grandpa, when he was 9, he had a dollar bill. His dollar bill was worth way more than your dollar bill was worth. Like way more. Like probably 45% more buying power. And his grandpa's grandpa, you know, it was 97% more buying power than your dollar today. And this is where like inflation got lost on a lot of people. I think the idea of inflation people can grasp relatively easy. But when it comes to actual money, I've had to sit down and try to explain it to people. I've been successful, been not successful. So I know not everybody gets it because of those experiences. So the Genius Act created a federal framework for payment stablecoins. Now, why do you think the U.S. government said, hey, if we're going to talk about crypto, I want to talk about stablecoins? Not rug pulls. Not, are we allowed to have blockchain technology? No. We want to talk about stablecoins. Why? Well, because it's a huge market, and that market belongs to the people who originally started the dollar. They feel like you're getting in their way. And they feel like they should have that industry. But they're so late to the party, unless it's all owned by the CIA anyways. I don't know about that, but a lot of speculation. But if that's not the case, the government's so late to the party that they got to wrangle this thing in and get a hold of it, right? If they want to be in the game. So basically they just come in and they get to decide who gets to issue stable coins and who doesn't. Like now you have to have a license in the US to issue a stable coin. They'll probably reach far outside of US jurisdiction through their partnerships with other countries, right? And they're basically they're going to let those people issue whatever and make their money, and then you're just going to have to pay them to have the right to run your business, which is making money off of fees from stablecoins. This could help stablecoins become a trusted source of, digital dollar by institutions. But it also raises a question: who gets to issue those stablecoins, and what reserves are they allowed to have? Like, what are they allowed to have to back up those dollars? Luna Classic is a very good example of what can go wrong. Oh, Melissa crushing us with the emojis. Let's go. What happens to decentralized alternatives? Takeaway here is regulation may help stablecoins go mainstream, but it may also shape who's in control of the money layer. Stablecoins still have real risk, of course. The big picture is stablecoins may be the first invisible crypto product. This is the big idea of the night, going right along with what we were talking about. And we kind of have to be done because my voice is done. Imagine accepting nothing but gold dollars back in the day and never touching it. Yeah. That would be pretty amazing. And I'm sure that's where some people got their fortunes from. I mean, if you were somebody who dealt mostly with gold, like your grandfather's father, and he stacked it up most of his life and then he passed it down, and the next generations were at least somewhat smart, they built generational wealth. And I think what a lot of people think is that the days of those type of things are over. If you spent the rest of your life chipping away and stacking some Bitcoin, even if at the end of your life you only had like $100,000 worth of BTC, if you pass that down to more generations, it becomes significantly worth more money. You know, people talking about Bitcoin hitting $1 million, right, in 10 years or something. Okay. I wouldn't say it's impossible. Not impossible. You're going to need some serious, bull markets to happen again. Will altcoins be included in those bull markets? I have no idea. But I will say that you're going to be way better off having that 100,000, what was 100,000 in BTC. It'll probably be worth a couple of $1 million by the time your grandkids grow up and are, 30, 40 years old. Wrap that in a trust so that nobody can actually get to the money, and then have it so they can take loans and borrow against it. Well done. Says, thank you, did fine. I learned some stuff tonight. I appreciate you saying that, Melissa. You're all too kind. I definitely would have liked to go a lot harder on that topic. I love this topic. Just not going to be possible. Let's see how my voice is when I wake up in the morning. Hopefully I didn't overdo it. I didn't really think about it. I tried to give it as much time as possible, but we can't not stream forever. But Saturday night, this is about where my voice was. Maybe a little worse. And then I couldn't. I had no voice for 2 days. I thought I was past this. I'm going to have to see. Maybe I have strep throat or something. I have no idea. I don't know what the signs are. Says that would be wild. Yeah, good alpha. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being concerned about your crypto IQ. And shout out to Camsta for winning that $5. I would like to get that to you. Let's figure that out. But there's no rush if it takes a couple of days. Striker Heart says, thanks for the live. You're absolutely welcome. Thank you for being a part of the Underground Crypto family. You guys will not regret it. We're small right now, but I got a lot of things to roll out. I have a feeling it's not going to stay that way that long. I mean, we'll be small for a while, right? Even if we have 50 people on the stream, that'd still be pretty small. But it'd be a wealth of people talking and going back and forth and stuff. It would be pretty great. I really hope that this first iteration of the game, hopefully I'll have it up and running by tomorrow. Hopefully. I don't know how many little moving pieces I'm going to have to do. And this will be the basic version. But I think it'll be a lot of fun, a lot of interaction during the stream. Melissa says, hey, check this out. I used to love stables, but it's getting to be that they are on the same road as memes. There are so many. I wish we could go back to just USDT and USDC. I hear you on that. I think that there is a little bit of a difference, though, in the aspect that meme coins kind of stand alone as their own thing. And stablecoins are all just digital dollars, so it's easy for people to concentrate into the ones that are accepted. In my mind, there really is only USDT and USDC. Now, there are a couple really smaller stablecoins that are very native to certain ecosystems that'll get some use case, like people will use them because that's all there is over there or whatever. But then USDT and USDC will take over those as well. It just is what it is. Anyways, I really wanted to do a members only stream tonight because we're finally back with the monetization and all that jazz. But if I do that, who knows if I'll be able to stream for the rest of the week. So for the sake of my voice, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and say goodnight to everybody. Do have a project, or actually it's not a project, it's a company that's unrelated to crypto. I wanted to do some affiliate and stuff like that. It's very different from crypto that I'll be showing you guys tomorrow night. I'll have it set up a lot better. So for now, thanks everybody who participated. Shout out to Camsta. Hopefully he reaches out to me, or I'll just keep my $5, Camsta. I'll just give it away again and again until somebody actually accepts it. But stay underground, stay crypto, think long term. I'll catch you guys tomorrow night one way or another. The game plan from here on out, I should say, is that with my voice, unless it gets really drastically horrible, we'll hop on, we'll do the stream as long as I can, and then when I have to get off, I'll get off. Take care of your voice, take care, and thank you. Absolutely, you guys are welcome. Thank you. I will do my best to take care of it. At this point, I don't know why it's still messed up. Maybe I have strep throat. I don't know. Anyways, catch you guys on the next one. Underground Crypto out.